Hello everybody, it's ARUUU here, and I'm finally doing my Q&A video. We reached 20k on YouTube and we reached 20k on Instagram, so I really wanted to do something special, and this will be my first Q&A video. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm super excited. Before we start, I just wanted to let everybody know that my G Fuel Energy code is 30% off until the 29th, so you have about 2 days to purchase something. And if you were thinking about trying G Fuel Energy, now is the time to do it because the code will go from 30% down to 10%. So yeah, just a reminder that if you do use code ARUUU, use it before the 29th because you get 30% off on all your purchases. And a new PewDiePie Collector's Edition came out, so I don't know, it's the time to try it, okay? Get off my case. I just wanted to let you guys know that I am dealing with an ear infection, so I am in a little bit of pain, and I'm sorry if I'm not as spunky as I usually am. Ear infections are awful, oh my god. They're so painful, and I'm congested, so it's like a double whammy. Like, I'm literally hearing voices in my brain. Without further ado, let's start. I'm just gonna go into it and answer these off the top of my head. I don't really have a script or anything. I didn't have time to make one. My week has been so beyond hectic. I ended up in the urgent care because of my ear, and if you guys have ever had an ear infection, you know it's like pretty much impossible to do anything. You're just in so much pain that it's unbearable. The pain has gone down a little bit, but it's still kind of there, like I was telling you earlier. So yeah, my week has been hectic. I'm gonna answer these to the best of my ability, and if I just say something stupid, ignore it and bear with me. The first question is by OG Soul Reaper. He asked, what's the story behind the name ARUUU? This is kind of a long one, but I'll start from the beginning. When my brother and my sister got really busy, they stopped playing video games with me, and I didn't really have anybody to play with at the time, so I asked my best friend if he could make a YouTube streamer channel with me because I didn't want to do it alone, and I don't know why I didn't want to do it alone, but I was like scared and I just wanted somebody to do it with me. I wanted a friend to be there for me because like it kind of scared me, the thought of like streaming and doing content, and for the longest time I actually didn't even stream with my camera until like maybe a year after streaming off and on. So yeah, so I asked my friend to do it with me. Eventually my friend got super busy and he started going to school, and he let me know, he's like, I can't really make content anymore. Like, so because I was the main person making content on our channel, which was Mako ARUUU, I kind of took it over because he was Mako and I was Hikaru, and we put Mako ARUUU together. So when I took it over, I wanted to make a name that was specific to me, something that I created, something that's special to me. And so because I'm Turkish, I'm Turkish, Bosnian, and Crimean, but my Turkish pride is really, really deep, and so when I was thinking about a name, I was like, well, what can I do? And the national animal of Turkey is a wolf, and wolves howl, so I was thinking ARUUU, because like when a wolf howls, you hear ARUUU. So yeah, I mean it's kind of anticlimactic, but that's the name. That's how I got it. Next question. So the next question is by Dream Villain. He asked, is it hard to balance time between certain fighting games like Tekken and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat? Is it for me, and it is for me, and do you have any tips on how to? Thanks and congrats. Well, thank you for congratulating me. So I guess how to answer that question would probably be, it is hard sometimes because I compete in multiple games. So like, for example, like EVO 2018, I competed in Dragon Ball, but because I was playing so much Tekken and so much Smash, I went to my Dragon Ball pool and the guy next to me was playing. I was like, I forgot the controls, what were they? And like, he thought I was joking. I was like, no, I really forgot. Like, I haven't played this game in months. So sometimes it can be difficult to play multiple games at once, but I think if you enjoy the games that you're playing, keep playing them. Like, there's so many great fighting games that choosing one is too difficult. Choosing any game, like I still have games that aren't even fighting games, like The Witcher, that I haven't played, but I know they're great games. I know I have to play them, I haven't gotten to it. So I think with any game, it's like super hard to play multiple games at once. You have to really prioritize what you want to play, and I think just if you enjoy the game, make time for it. But yeah, it's difficult. I don't have any advice on how to like play all of them, but like for example, I try to play Tekken every Friday. You know, sometimes I'll play Smash, sometimes, you know, I played Melty Blood like the other day, so I don't know. It's a really tough question. I honestly, if you're not thinking of going pro, then play whatever the heck you want. Have fun, enjoy it, support the game, and I think that's enough. I think that's the way to live your life. I'm so awkward. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here. Question 3 is how, why, and when did you get into Tekken? So how I got into Tekken was pretty much, I was super young and my brother was constantly playing Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag on the PlayStation 2, and because I wanted to play the game too, I'd beg my brother to let me play with him, and then we would always play Tekken together, and my sister started playing Tekken too. And really, I mean, that's how I got into it. I mean, that's the reason why. And then during Tekken Tag on the PlayStation 2, when my brother was at school and my sister was at school, I'd spend all day playing Tekken, and I would do school uniform Xiao Yu and school uniform Jin. And it was my tag team, and I thought they were perfect together, and yeah, I've been playing Tekken since. So that's I have older siblings, so that's kind of how I got into it, like a lot of people. I'm sorry, that sounds like a typical like basic boring story, but it's the truth. The way I was introduced into gaming was from my brothers, so yeah. Next question is from Bajut. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. He asked, do you have a favorite FPS game? And I do. I actually do. So my favorite first-person shooter game of all time is Halo Reach. I was a sophomore in high school when I first started playing it, and I met my two friends that I still talk to today through Halo Reach, and so it was so much fun for me because I wasn't really into first-person shooter games until I started playing Halo, and I loved everything about Halo. I loved Griffball, I loved the Plasma Sword, I loved the Banshees, I loved the Mongooses, like I loved zombie mode, like everything about Halo Reach was just phenomenal. I remember having so many memories with my friends, and we would spend all night playing Halo Reach, and they'd make like a huge Forge map, and then we'd just play that Forge map all night, and it was so much fun. I remember skipping out on homecoming to play Halo. I remember skipping, like ghosting my friends to play Halo with my other friends. Like I loved Halo. I definitely was addicted to Halo Reach, and my grades suffered because of it, but it's still to this day, it is still my favorite first-person shooter game. I'm super excited for the new Halo that's gonna be coming out, and I'm probably gonna get an Xbox because I really want to play it. So yeah, and then I guess if I had to pick a second favorite first-person shooter, it would be, I was about to say it would be Bungie. No, but it is a Bungie game. It would be Destiny. I did like Vanilla Destiny. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I didn't have a problem with Vanilla Destiny. I had a lot of fun with Destiny. I thought it was awesome. So yeah. Warlock. I was a Warlock, so I don't know why I'm so awkward, but yeah, that's definitely my top 2 favorite first-person shooter games. Next question is from the Hybrid. He said, congratulations, you deserve it. Oh, thank you so much, Hybrid. Thank you. He said, which animes would you recommend to watch, your favorites? Ooh, so this one's actually really tough questions because my favorite anime aren't really beginner friendly. But if I were to recommend animes, my favorite anime of all time is Inuyasha. You guys already know that. But Inuyasha is very long. You have to put a lot of effort into keeping up with Inuyasha, watching all the episodes. So I don't really recommend that to people because a lot of people just don't have a passion for it like I do. But if I were to recommend some anime, it would definitely be The Promised Neverland, 100%. Reincarnated as a Slime, Overlord, Demon Slayer of course. What's the last one I would recommend? Ooh, JoJo. Hell yeah, I'd recommend JoJo, hands down. Because we're talking about JoJo, I know this isn't part of the question, but look what I won. I won it at a Japanese crane. Isn't he cool? I love it. So yeah, those 5 I would recommend. But if somebody were like, hey, I really like old anime, I would recommend them everything Rumiko Takahashi. So Inuyasha, Yurusei Yatsura, I'd recommend Meisoni Koku, and then I guess for not being Rumiko Takahashi, I would recommend Cowboy Bebop, Rurouni Kenshin, and what else? What's the last one I would recommend? Kimiguri Orange Road. And oh wait, I would recommend Kimi ni Todoke too. I know that one's not old, but it's so good. So my favorite anime genre is romance. A lot of people don't know that because I dabble in a little bit of everything when it comes to anime. No, I take that back. Do not make any jokes in the comments about that. I did not mean that in the way you guys are thinking. But I like pretty much a lot of genres when it comes to anime, but my favorite of all time is romance. So if you guys ever want some good romance anime, I have so many to give to you. This answer's too long already. Why you got me talking about anime? This answer is super long. My animes are all over the place, but if I could recommend some, JoJo. Watch JoJo, okay? Start with that, and then let me know. This question was asked by Rojak Gaming. He said, do you plan to compete more often? If so, what games are in mind? So I do like competing in games. I like supporting the tournaments. I like supporting the games. But I try to compete and go to events as much as I can. But with life and work, it kind of gets tough to do. But when I can go, I usually compete in like 3 games minimum. I try to do Tekken and Smash all the time, but sometimes I'll go for Soul Calibur, sometimes I'll go for Dragon Ball, sometimes I'll go for Samurai Showdown. I mean, I like playing everything. I just have fun, you know, and even if I'm not good at a game, I definitely like going and competing and having a good time and meeting new people that I get to play with and learn from. So yeah, those are definitely, for games that I have in mind, I think I'm going to compete in Grand Blue and Guilty Gear when they drop the new one, because I'm really, really excited for those. So those are definitely 2 things I'm going to compete in, but for the time being, it's a mixed basket for now. So yeah. So this question was asked by Trick Joe. He said, what are your goals as a gamer? As in, do you want to be the best or just play for fun? Do you go for trophies or it doesn't really matter? Also, congratulations, great job, ARUUU. Thank you so much. Thank you. So for your question, I guess my goals for a gamer, to start off with that one, is really just to have fun. I play games to kind of de-stress. I have a lot of anxiety, so gaming has been my safe space for a long time. So when I do play games, it's kind of just to calm down, get my mind off things, and just enjoy the time that I have. So yeah, I guess my goal as a gamer is to just have fun, relax, enjoy myself. But I would be lying if I said I didn't have a competitive side, and that kind of kicks in every once in a while. But it's all fun competitiveness. It's not like super competitive and it takes over. I like when I'm good at something, I wanna show that I'm good at it, and I wanna do my best. That's with everything. But for trophies, so the trophy thing is a good question. So I've got 100% trophies on Tekken. I've got nearly 100% trophies on ARUUU, Project Diva Future Tone, but for trophies like Kingdom Hearts, where it says complete the entire game without dying once, I'm gonna do that. That's too stressful for me, and I'm not playing Kingdom Hearts to stress myself out. So like games like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, I really just play them to immerse myself and enjoy the game. But like with games like Dark Souls, I get stressed, but it's the good kind of stress. Like I just want to have fun, you know? So I guess my goal as a gamer is to have fun. I know that's kind of like an odd answer, like very anticlimactic, but it's true. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself when I have the time to do so, and yeah, that's about it. I hope that answered your question. So Thabo Quagueli? I definitely butchered that. I'm so sorry. He asked, what is the most difficult thing to deal with as a streamer? It kind of goes with the question that HitScav asked. He said, bless up, questions, what are some of the not so obvious hardships of being a content creator, and how have you or do you overcome them? So this is a very loaded question. Some of the hardships that come with making content is, I guess, dealing with a lot of hate. And at first it's very difficult because you put yourself out there and everybody's free to comment on you, whether it be your looks, your skill level, your content, anything. And some people aren't so nice about it. Some people are blatantly rude, and it does get to you at first, but I mean, after a while, it doesn't really bother me that much. For other people, it does. Everybody's different, but I grew up with two older brothers who made fun of me all the time. So some things bother me and some things really don't, because I'm used to it. I grew up used to it. But like there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that content creators can't really talk about. There's things that are just not okay, but there's not much you can do about it. And like you get people who do some questionable things. Like I have people currently stalking me, stealing my content, stealing things that I don't know, just I mean, it's awful sometimes. Like really, it's just kind of creepy. People do creepy things. You have to get used to it by putting yourself out there. But yeah, so I guess the answer is like a lot of hate, behind the scene drama that you can't really talk about, certain things that you can't address, stalkers, people stealing your content. I guess another thing is sponsorships. Getting sponsorships is actually very, very difficult. You have to go out of your way. You have to constantly work at those things. You have to constantly put yourself out there. Like, I guess, put the emotional side apart. I guess we would call it the emotional side. Like, but if you go into the business aspect of being a content creator, it's hard to get sponsorships. You have to really be careful about what you post, what you say, what you do, how you present yourself, because I mean, whether you believe it or not, there are sponsors watching you. And so you just have to be ready 24/7. Is this gonna be okay to post? Is this gonna be okay to say? Is this an okay way to act, you know? So there's a lot of stress behind that. A lot of content creators might not put value into that, but a lot of content creators do put value into that. So it just depends on who your audience is, what your content is like, and then how to gain sponsorships off that. And there's a lot of things in the business aspect that I am still very, very ignorant to. I am like ignorant to 90% of it. So there's a lot you have to learn, a lot you have to research, and a lot of negotiating that you have to do. So yeah, there's just so much stuff that a lot of people don't see. And I guess another thing is, I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm venting right now. Another thing is making content. It's hard because sometimes, and H3H3 actually spoke about this on his podcast, which made me feel a little bit better when I was listening to him. But Ethan said sometimes you spend a lot of time making content and you're like, wow, this is gonna be great, people are gonna love this, and you upload it and it just doesn't get the reaction that you think it does. Like you get kind of disappointed in yourself, and you're like, what did I do wrong? I poured so much of my, so much time and work and energy into making this, and it's just not, it's a flop. And you kind of start to get a little bit demoralized. So I think a really important thing as a content creator and how you overcome that is constantly telling yourself, like, listen, I spent a lot of time on this project. It's a good project, and the views, the comments, the likes/dislikes don't really matter, because I spent a lot of time making this, and I'm proud of it. I mean, this is some good content. It didn't get the amount of views and success that I wanted it to, but I'm proud of what I made, and sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes you won't be able to do that. So just keep trying to talk yourself through it. Surround yourself with other content creators, with your friends who tell you, no, dude, this is good content. I liked it. Don't worry about it. And if you see something wrong with your content, because you're always gonna criticize your content very, very heavily, you'll fix it. In time, you will find your way of doing things. I mean, I still haven't found it. You see me, I make videos and I'm extremely awkward. I'm very shy, and it's hard for me to talk into the camera still. I'm not really super comfortable with it yet, and I've been doing this for about a year. So yeah, just push through. It'll get better, I promise. So Siren asked, what's your favorite character in all fighting games? Also, congratulations on the milestone. It's well deserved. Thank you so much, Siren. Thank you. So this is definitely a hard question for me, and I'm about to get super cheesy. Don't mind me. But my favorite fighting game character of all time, I can't pick. I really can't. When I was a kid, I played Tekken Tag. I played all the Zelda games, and I played Link in Melee, and I played Talon in Soul Calibur 2. Those were the 3 games that I played the most as a child. I thought Talon, Link, and Xiao Yu were like the coolest things I had ever seen in my life. And I was a young girl, so when you're very young, they're not just fighting game characters to you. You know what I mean? They're like your idols. You're living through them. So they weren't just fighting game characters to me. They still aren't. They're very, very important to me, because all throughout Tekken, all throughout Soul Calibur, and all throughout the Smash games, I played those characters. I'm a very, very I'm a very big character loyalist. I'll dabble with other characters, but I always have that one character that's like, I'm always there. I've got their back 100%. So Talon, Xiao Yu, and Link, I've always mained them. Even now, to this day, I play Talon in Soul Calibur 6, I play Xiao Yu in Tekken 7, and I play Link in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. To this day, and I'm 22. I've been playing them for forever. So I can't just pick one, because it's like choosing your favorite pet. You can't do it. I love them. Like, I know love is a strong word, but I genuinely love those characters. I grew up with them. I got to grow alongside them. I got to see them change. I changed myself. It's just too hard, because they feel real to me. They're just not like characters in a fighting game to me. I cannot stress that enough. I know it's kind of cheesy and a little whack, but I grew up with them. So I can't just pick one. It's too difficult for me. Okay, so this question is from Kalgogi. These questions, there's a lot of questions. So the first question is, have you ever experienced anything related to the supernatural? I have. I've talked about it in my last video, my Tekken video, where I had my sister, I called her on the stream and I said, hey, remember that time this happened? Remember that time that happened? So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should check it out. My sister's pretty funny, so I think you guys would enjoy it. But related to the supernatural, everybody in my family has straight up experienced the supernatural except me. I haven't really experienced anything that has made me truly believe in the supernatural. I did recently though have some experiences with jinns, or so I thought. I still don't know, but I was joking about it because I never believed in jinns, and then I started getting night terrors constantly, and they were all the same dream, and they were all getting worse each night. So I messaged Spaghetti Rip Spag, and he gave me a long prayer to get rid of the jinn, and so I said that, and then the jinn was gone, and I stopped having night terrors. So I was like, okay, maybe it was a jinn, but normally anything related to the supernatural, I kind of don't. I guess kind of like, because my family, I know a lot of people aren't gonna believe this. I understand if you don't, but my family throughout generations, like my grandma, my mom, my sister, and my brother, they'll see things in their dreams, but specifically my mom, my grandma, my sister. Like, there's been instances where my mom has had something happen to her in her dream, and then it kind of something very, very similar happens in real life, but it's not like deja vu or anything. It's not anything like that. It's really hard to explain. But like one time my mom woke up and she was freaking out, like calling my brother, because my brother didn't live with us at the time. He had recently moved out, and she was calling my brother, and she like wanted to make sure he was okay. And I said, Mom, what's wrong? Like, why are you freaking out? She's like, I had a dream that the stove was left on and the house caught on fire. And I was like, well, it's just a dream, like everybody's okay. And she couldn't sleep the rest of the night, and then it came up on the news, just like a suburb down from us, 2 kids burned alive in their house. So it was kind of like, whoa. And we have multiple instances of that happening throughout our family. I've had it happen to me where I've had dreams and I'll talk about it, and then something very similar will come up in the news, will happen in real life. Like, somebody will tell me something that I already had a dream about. It's kind of whack. I've got superpowers. We're gonna call it That's So ARUUU, and I have visions in my dream now. So yeah, I guess that kind of counts as supernatural. That was a really long answer. The next question is, why did you become a fan of Hatsune Miku? Ever been to Miku Expo? Oof. So this is I don't know if you guys can see my like Miku shrine back there, but I have a whole shrine dedicated to her. The most figures I have are actually of Hatsune Miku. But I have been to Miku Expo. It was one of the best experiences of my entire life. She did not come to the USA in 2019. I was so sad. But I went to her concert in 2018, and I cried, and I had a great time. It was like, to say they brought Miku to life is an understatement. I was shocked at how incredible this concert was. I got to see Luca, I got to see Rin, I got to see Kaito. It was crazy. It was whack. But the reason why I became a fan of Miku is I was on the internet a lot as a kid. And so I think I was in like either 5th grade or 6th grade when I found out that this virtual diva might come out, and she's being made and she's in the works. Like, Miku wasn't even born yet when I discovered her, and I followed that for a long time, because I was like, virtual diva, what is this? This sounds so cool. And then Miku was born, and I had a problem. I still am. Like, I have had Miku fever for over a decade now. Like, Miku fever is a bad case. Don't get sucked into it, because she's my waifu, 100%. Like, I am so obsessed with Miku. I love her from the bottom of my heart. She is a gem. Really, I love her so much. Let's move on. Next question. Which one fighting game would you have remastered? Ooh, dang it. This is a tough question. I'm at a standstill now because Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube had Link, right? And Soul Calibur 2 on the PlayStation had Heihachi. So if I wanted them back, I would want Soul Calibur 2 Remastered. But if I could get Soul Calibur 2 Remastered, I would want all the guest characters in one game. Link, Heihachi, and Spawn. They're all in Soul Calibur 2 if it gets remastered. But my favorite game, my favorite fighting game to this day is still Tekken Tag, the original. But if I could have that remastered, I wouldn't want a remaster. I want a remade with like today's graphics, with like the DOA engine. That would be crazy. If they could remake it, then yes. But even like, I don't know. You know what? I know which game I'm gonna say. You guys are not gonna be expecting this, but if I could have any fighting game be remastered, it would be Melty Blood, 100%. I know I don't like 2D games that much, but Melty Blood is so fantastic that I would want Melty Blood remastered. That's my final answer, okay? That's my final answer, and that's it, Melty Blood. Favorite amusement park rides? Ooh. Guardians of the Galaxy from Disneyland. That's my favorite ride in the whole world. In Tokyo, I went on Tower of Terror all by myself. Yay! Because I'm a scaredy cat, and I did it all by myself, and I was really proud of myself. But Guardians of the Galaxy is unmatched. Best ride ever, 100%. I also like the Cars ride. I also like, let's see, I like Splash Mountain. I do like Splash Mountain. But nothing compares to Guardians of the Galaxy. Nothing. Guardians of the Galaxy is my final answer. That ride is awesome. If you haven't been on it, go ride it. Star-Lord looks fine. Yeah, Gamora looks good. Groot is dancing in one of the scenes that you get, and Rocket is your host. So it's great. It's really amazing. Any dream projects you want to accomplish? Ooh, that's a good one. Any dream projects? I would love to do a Disneyland vlog. I know that's like kind of weird, but I really want to. I want to do a Disneyland vlog. The problem is with me, I go somewhere and then I forget to vlog because I'm in the moment, you know, and it's not my go-to reaction to pick up my camera and start filming. Like a lot of content creators, I have to get into the habit, but I enjoy myself so much that I completely forget. Like a lot of the Disney footage I have on my phone was always, I was like opening and saying, sorry, I wasn't vlogging. My bad, because I can't, like, I enjoy the moment. It's so difficult for me to remind myself, hey, pick up your camera and start filming. So I definitely want to do a Disney vlog. I definitely kind of want to do like I guess maybe I'll do one video, but for like Halloween, I got a really good costume idea, and I really want to make a video about how I do the makeup for it and how I put the headpiece on and what props I'm gonna be using. But I don't know if you guys would you guys look forward to something like that? If you do, let me know in the comments, because I really want to make something like that. I want to start doing anime reviews. I used to do them a long time ago, but I really want to start doing anime reviews again, or just kind of just talking about anime. You know, maybe start a podcast where I talk about anime and video games and just talk to people, because I love talking to people. Like, I can talk to people, but like when I'm making stuff alone, I kind of like get kind of like, I don't know what to talk about, you know. So maybe like a podcast talking about like video games or anime. That would definitely be super cool to do. But let me know if any of those sound like something you guys would be interested in, because I'd love to make something like that. So yeah, thank you for asking all those questions. So this is from Binding. Have you ever played any of the Darkstalker / Vampire Savior games, and what's your experience with other old school fighters? So I haven't played the Darkstalker or Vampire Savior games. I know about them because I think her name is Morgan. She's such a popular character, and I've always wanted to know what game she comes from, and I knew about Darkstalkers that way. I think Morgan's really cool. I think I actually have Darkstalkers on the Sega Saturn right now. I just have never gotten around to playing it, honestly. But yeah, they seem like super great games. It would be so smart of them to remaster Darkstalkers, actually. It would be fantastic. But as for other old school fighters, I played Rival Schools at Combo Breaker for the first time, and I loved it. I was kicking butt, dude, in Rival Schools. Nobody could beat me. I'm dude, see me in Rival Schools, okay? You guys see me in Rival Schools. Your imagination said, where's my hug at? LOL JK. If I could hug you, I would, but there's like a lot of miles between us, so you can take a internet hug. There you go. But seriously, congratulations on the milestone. Thank you so much. I guess my question would be, besides the FGC, what other hobbies do you like? Ooh, this is a good one. So outside of the FGC, I like playing other video games. Like my favorite video game of all time is Final Fantasy 15. I know you guys don't agree with me, whatever. Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 10, Kingdom Hearts, ARUUU, Flower. Like I have a weird taste when it comes to video games. I play everything pretty much. But outside of video games, I love anime. Like that has been as big of a hobby for me as video games have. 100%. I don't remember a time in my life where I wasn't watching anime. Even before I was in first grade. I remember this because I was in New York and we had a TV in my room with my sister, and my sister would wake me up saying, "The Demon Angel guy is on TV, come on." And you know who the Demon Angel guy was? It was Inuyasha, and as a kid, I was in love with him. And I'd stay up late, and I wasn't even in first grade at the time, so I don't remember a time where I wasn't watching anime. My entire life has been all about anime. So yeah, Inuyasha is definitely the reason why I love anime so much. But I honestly, outside of anime and gaming, I like drawing. Well, yeah, I like writing. I used to be on a lot of RP forums. I used to roleplay a lot. It was never any of the weird roleplay, trust me. The only roleplay I did was sappy romance roleplays, and I would do that with my friend Nessa a lot. She was my main roleplay partner, and then I started finding other partners, and yeah, roleplaying was a big chunk of what I did. I don't really have time to roleplay nowadays, like I did, but if I did have the time, I definitely would want to do it again. It's a lot of fun. What else? When I was in high school, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to collect Pokemon cards. But as of now, I mean, the only thing that I really have time for is watching anime, playing video games, going to the gym. But I don't know if the gym's a hobby. The gym is something I feel like I need to do to remain healthy and strong, because you don't get these guns like these without going to the gym, you know what I mean? But I don't know if going to the gym is a hobby. It's not something I'm too crazy about, but I do it to help me mentally, physically, and that's it. I thought I could say something else to go along with it, but I couldn't. Yeah, just mentally and physically, the gym is beneficial. But that's about for what I do now. That's about it. I collect figures. I collect plushies. I watch anime and play games. I'm pretty boring. I don't really have a lot of hobbies, so yeah. Thanks for asking. This question is from Xanos. Kendra, I love you. Before I answer the question, let me just remind you I love you. Thank you so much for asking these questions. And let's see what she says. She says, what events did you have the most fun at in 2019? This is easy. Combo Breaker 100%. I had fun at Combo Breaker and PAX. PAX was freaking awesome. And Combo Breaker, 24 hours. You get to play casuals, bro. I can't make this up. It was so much fun. At Combo Breaker, we were playing casuals and it was like 4 a.m. I was like, 4 a.m.? Oh my God, we gotta go to bed. Like, Combo Breaker was incredible. Really, Combo Breaker was incredible. PAX was incredible. When I was at PAX, I was treated so well by Astro and G Fuel. Like, legitimately, I have never had a sponsor like those two treat me like family. They were so welcoming, and because I was alone, they were like so protective. They're like, if you need anything, here's my number, call me right away. You know, if you need to come here and just chill out, come here, you're free, you're one of us, sit wherever you want to sit. Like, I can't stress to you how much I love Astro Gaming and G Fuel Energy. They really do treat their influencers like family. Like, I was legit shocked. I wanted to cry because I was so humbled. I'm very, very lucky to be partnered with both of them. Thank you guys so much for treating me so well at PAX. Really, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna leave their links down below if you guys do want to check them out and support them. Please do. They mean a lot to me, so yeah. Next question Kendra asked was, what's something or someone that never fails to make you smile? Inuyasha. If it's not Inuyasha, it's Fruits Basket. If it's not Fruits Basket, it's Lord of the Rings. Yes, when I'm having a hard day, I will watch two things, either Inuyasha or Lord of the Rings. Those are my go-tos. If it's music-wise, if I'm having a hard day, if I'm going through a hard time, if I'm in a dark place, Enya has consistently throughout my life pulled me out of that dark place, bro, like this, like fast as hell, because she's a queen, she's an angel. We stand Enya forever. If it's not Enya, I usually go for Owl City. He has been my favorite for a long time. I love his music, I love his personality, I think he's awesome. So Owl City and Enya, music wise, always good vibes, always making me smile. They're just great. They're amazing. That's about it, I think. What's 5 dishes you could eat for the rest of your life without getting sick of them ever? Ooh, this is a tough question. I guess so. I don't know if I should talk about this right now, but I kind of will give you like a little just kind of a thing. I've always had a really weird relationship with food. I'm not a big eater. I'm not a heavy eater. There are foods that I like, but I'm gonna make a video about this down the line, but my relationship with food has been very odd throughout my life. I do like snacks though. So if I could choose to eat 5 snacks for the rest of my life, what would I pick? Salt and vinegar chips, 100%. That's my favorite snack. Hummus and pretzels. I love hummus. I'm a big fan of hummus, 100%. Hummus and pretzels. Ooh, gushers, fruit roll-ups, all of that stuff, 100%. Toaster strudels. I love toaster strudels, 100%. I don't know, does Capri Sun count as a snack? If it does, then Capri Suns too. Because they're not like, it's not like a drink, it's like a mini sip of something. So it's kind of like a snack drink. Like it's not a full drink, it's a snack drink, snack size drink. So I'm gonna say Capri Sun. My favorite toaster strudel is cream cheese, by the way. They're the best, try them. They're the best flavor of toaster strudels. I love cream cheese. I forgot to mention that. I love cream cheese. You know what a hack is? You know what, a meal that is very easy. Get a bagel, put some cream cheese on it, put some turkey slices on it, close it. It's so good. It's so good. It's easy to make, easy to eat, and it's delicious. Just try it. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm a big fan of dairy. I shouldn't be, but I am, because I'm afraid that I'm lactose intolerant now, and that kind of scares me. I really hope I'm not, because I used to chug milk as a kid. But I'm a big fan of dairy, so like banana milk, Korean banana milk, Korean coffee milk, soy milk, chocolate milk. Like, I love milk and cream cheese. Did I mention I like cream cheese? Because I really do. So yeah. And cheesecake, bro. I love cheesecake. I'm sorry. I kind of like. I have a library of snacks that I like snacking on. So Kendra asked, "What's your favorite animal?" Well, let me tell you this. My favorite animal is a shark. So as a kid in elementary school, I always had a weird obsession with sharks, and I did a project on sharks. And the reason why I did a project on sharks is because I was so terrified of sharks. But then, as I started to do more projects on sharks and stuff, but I was scared of sharks, but I was always obsessed with them, you know what I mean? But I started learning more about sharks, and then sophomore year I did a project on sharks, and then I've loved sharks since. I really do. So a big favorite animal of mine is sharks, and I really like wolves. I actually have a wolf of my own at home. You can hear her howling, you know, on stream. I think you heard her howl earlier while I was talking, but she's, you know, I can't get a pet shark, but I got the second best thing, which is a pet wolf, and she's the best. So those two, shark and wolf shark. yeah. Spongy Demigod asked, what's your dream tattoo? Oof. So I can't ever get a tattoo because I don't want my mom to throw her telic at me and it's gonna hit me in the head, you know, but I guess if I were to get a temporary tattoo, I would probably get Star Platinum as a tattoo. But I really, really like Star Platinum. I think Star Platinum is one of the coolest characters I've ever seen. And so I'd probably get Star Platinum if I were to get a temporary tattoo. I think everything about Star Platinum is just the coolest thing ever. Okay, so Omega Fatty asked, favorite music artist, favorite sports team, favorite food that you ate in Japan. Favorite music artist, like I said before, Owl City and Enya, hands down. Favorite sports team, ooh, Tottenham Hotspur or Fenerbahce. Favorite food that you ate in Japan, ramen. Ramen was the best thing that I ate in Japan. It was incredible. I also like their desserts because their desserts weren't as sweet as the desserts are here in America or in Turkey. So they were like light sweetness and I didn't really feel sick afterwards. So I love the sweets and I love the ramen. Alex Brog, did I say that right? Alex Brog, favorite anime shows and films. So my favorite anime shows are JoJo, Inuyasha, Yurusei Yatsura, Fruits Basket. I mean, I said this already, but yes. Film-wise, I really like Air. You guys should watch it. Totally happy film. You won't cry. Don't worry about it. I like Your Name. I like all of the Studio Ghibli films. I really, really enjoy them. If I had to choose my favorite Studio Ghibli film, it would probably be Kiki's Delivery Service. What other films that I liked? Ooh, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Capsule or something, but that one was really good. Anime films. I'm trying to think. Ooh, the My Hero Academia film was really, really good too. But I really loved. So I went and saw the Dragon Ball Super Broly film. I think we saw it, what, 3 times? We saw it 3 times. Yeah. I loved it. It was so good, dude. I can't believe we are in a timeline where we can watch Dragon Ball on the big screen. Isn't that just crazy? Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really excited, and I know it hasn't come out yet. I know it's coming out in 2020, but Demon Slayer, the Demon Slayer movie, is already one of my favorites. See ya, 2020. Detective Fantasy said, congratulations, you deserved it and have earned this. Thank you so much. As for questions, what are your favorite songs from Tekken? From any of the series, by the way, doesn't matter which ones. And favorite colors. Ooh. So there are so many bops in Tekken. Tekken has the best soundtrack of all the fighting games, in my opinion. But there was one song in particular that I was obsessed with as a kid, and still to this day is one of my favorites. I forget what it's called though, but remember in Tekken Tag, the original, there was like a forest and there was snow. There was like snow and it was snowing in the forest, and there was like a bom 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 bom. Remember that song? That song's my favorite. Only the real ones will know. And I guess I like the song from Tekken 7 that has the vocals. I'm sorry, I don't know the names because I have my jukebox set on random, so they're all random and they change. You know what I hate though from Tekken? I hate the prom song. I cannot stand the prom song. It's the worst. Harada-san, I love you and I appreciate you, but that prom song is a disaster. What were you thinking? They sing about prom. Like there's legit Tekken characters singing about prom, and it just doesn't sit well with me. Dude, it sounds like it sounds like it's from High School Musical, and I just can't. I can't get past it. It's the worst. I swear every time that song plays on Tekken, I lose. The prom song is the worst, okay? It's just this, when you hear it, you'll know what I'm talking about. My favorite colors, ooh, that's hard. I love all colors, but if I could only pick one color, I would probably choose like a lilac, like a soft purple, or like a soft pink, or a soft blue, or a soft green. I would choose any soft color. I like pastel. Pastel is my favorite color. Don't at me. XDD asked, How are you so dang cool? Also, what are your top 3 Pokemon? Ooh. Okay, so how am I so dang cool? That's a good question. I got a cool mama, and she made a cool baby. That's me. My favorite, my top 3 Pokemon would be Charizard, Arcanine. I don't know. I can't choose between Ninetales and Gengar. Either it would be Charizard, Arcanine, Gengar, or Ninetales. My top 4. My top 4 favorite are Charizard, Arcanine, Ninetales, and Gengar. Okay? And then if I had to choose a 5th one, because we're already on the topic, my 5th one would be Rapidash. That's about it. But I like a lot of the Pokemon. I have a weak spot for fire types. I got Sobble here. He's gonna be, when Pokemon Sword and Shield drops, he's gonna be my first water starter in all of my Pokemon history. So I'm very excited to play him. It's gonna be a new experience for both of us. And yeah, but I like all Pokemon. Like Alakazam is freaking awesome. Entei is freaking awesome. It's so hard to pick. You know, because I love so many Pokemon, but those 4 for sure, 100%. Hey.K asked, how does your perfect day look like? And also, congrats, thank you so much. My perfect day, my perfect day, I've experienced it. Well, no, I haven't, but I was close. It was when I was playing Final Fantasy 15 for the entire day without anybody bothering me. And that was one of the best days of my life. But if I could, I would play Final Fantasy 7 all day, have my own person to give me snacks whenever I need and drinks whenever I need, so I don't need to get up. Take a break, take a bath, a relaxing bath, go back to playing some video games, watch an awesome anime movie, and go to round 1 to get some more anime figures. That's my perfect day. Thanks for asking. This sounds so boring. I'm sorry, I'm not like lively. I wish I was, but that really is, that's my cup of tea, you know? I get tired really easily, so staying at home is my go-to. Thank you for asking. I'm sorry. I hope you weren't expecting something super exciting and awesome, you know, where I say I jump out of a plane and then I go take over the government and then I become president, but actually I'm just you know, making us move to another planet and we're all Scientologists and now we're living the life. I don't know what answer you were expecting, but that I'd stay home and play video games. Thanks for asking. So Kira asked, I know Tekken is a hard game and practicing is a bit boring to some people, but seriously, if you do practice to be a pro Tekken player, the game will be more enjoyable to play. Why don't you? Ooh, that's an interesting question. So for Tekken, I think being good at Tekken is actually very difficult. I think some people are a bit naive to how much time, effort, brain power, like even physical power you have to put in to getting good at Tekken. Like you have to practice Tekken in and out. That's what you eat, that's what you drink, that's what you think of, that's your priority. Tekken. If you want to be a pro Tekken player, you're constantly playing Tekken, constantly getting better, constantly doing the same thing over and over again in the lab. Like that's not what I find fun. And to the players that do that, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of energy to do. And I have the utmost respect for these pro players because there is so much stress and pressure that you don't see, but they go through it and they dominate while going through just the most unbelievable things. And for me, I don't want to be a pro Tekken player. I love the game. I enjoy the game. It's awesome when I get better, but I am unable to. I do not have the brain capacity to retain all the information in Tekken. And those pros do. And I keep doing your thing because I will never be able to do that. I think it's just not something I enjoy. I really don't. I can't sit in lab and do the same thing over and over again. But for those who do enjoy that and for those who dominate through that and end up in top 8, and go up against other killers, it's great. It's awesome to see. It's enjoyment for me. I love watching finals. I love supporting the pro players. But there's just so much that people are naive to when it comes to becoming a pro in Tekken. It's not easy. None of it is easy. I promise you that. And I don't want to do that to myself, because for me, that won't be fun. I just can't. Kieran Turner asked, what got you going to events and getting involved in the FGC? Was there ever any level of anxiety or apprehension, and is there any advice you could offer some that might have these feelings? Congrats on 20K. Thank you so much. So this is a very personal question for me, because I do go to events. I love going to events, but at the same time, I have super bad anxiety when I go to events. So whenever you see me events, most likely Hammy's gonna be with me, because I take Hammy everywhere whenever I go to an event. I have so much anxiety that when I have Hammy with me, I like start petting him when I get anxious. I hold him, and it's kind of a sense of comfort. So that's the way I kind of cope with my anxiety when it comes to events. There are some other things that I try to do when coping, like when I start to play, I'll start like petting Hammy, you know, and trying to focus on, you know, the person I'm going up against, and trying to do my best. But I do have very bad anxiety when it comes to just traveling in general. So if you ever see me at an event, most likely you'll see Hammy too, so feel free to say hi to him. And yeah, Hammy's kind of my security blanket at events, because he's so, how can you not love him? He's so soft and so helpful, you know, so supportive. But the reason why I did get involved in the FGC and started going to events, so my first FGC event was EVO 2018. If you guys don't know, I went up against Junding. Not sure if you've heard about it. Not sure if you've seen the video. Not a lot of people know that I played against Junding, but you know, anyway. So I went up against Junding at EVO 2018. That was my first event ever. That's when I first discovered the FGC. That's when I first discovered EVO existed, and I was like, yo, I want to go to this, you know. And I went there only ever playing Tekken with my brothers and my sister and some of my friends. I didn't know about frames. I didn't know about punishes. I didn't know about combos. Like, I didn't know any of that stuff existed. I just went to the event because I didn't know there was a community for Tekken and Soul Calibur and DOA. Like, I didn't know people had communities for these games. So when I found out, I immediately registered for EVO. I was like, I'm going to this thing. It's gonna be so much fun. And then in Tekken, I won my first match. I was freaking out. I was so happy. I won my first match, and then the TO came up to me and they said, hey, you're going, even talking about it, I'm getting like, you can hear it in my voice, even talking about it, because I'm still like, it was such a crazy experience. So the TO came up to me, they're like, hey, you're going on stream against Junding. I was like, oh, okay, because I at the time, like, I had heard of Junding and I kind of knew who he was, but I had no idea like about his history, what events he won, like how big a deal Junding was in the FGC. So I went up against him. He was very helpful, because he knew I was nervous, because like when I was talking to him, I was kind of stuttering. So he sat next to me. He's like, don't worry, it's gonna be fun, you know. He was very helpful, bless his soul. And so we went up there, and my video got over 1 million views on YouTube. And so both bad comments, like a lot of bad comments started flowing in. But at the time when I got off that stage with Junding, UIU came up to me and they gave me a sweatshirt, and the UIU team was cheering for me. Keep in mind, I wasn't even a part of UIU. Nobody knew who I was. I just came to this event out of nowhere. And so the UIU was cheering for me when I went up against Junding. They came and gave me a sweatshirt. They were so welcoming. My goodness. I was so happy. It was so wholesome when I think about it. Like, just the whole entire experience of EVO 2018. I was shocked at how much fun I had, how nice everybody was. Even like when I told you in my Dragon Ball pool, I asked the guy for what the controls were, and he was so helpful. It wasn't even like we were in a tournament. Like, we were just playing casuals and having a great time. We were both laughing. We were both having fun. So everybody was so incredibly nice at EVO. It was insane. And then when I read the bad comments, a bunch of good comments started flowing in. A bunch of people were so accepting and welcoming. They're like, I'll teach you this, if you want to learn this, do this. It was such a odd experience for me because everybody was so nice, so wholesome. Like, I love the FGC, I do, because I will never forget my experience with EVO 2018. That was seriously life-changing for me, not just, you know, with me going up against Junding, but just the reactions people had towards me, and the way people treated me. It was a really, really great experience for me, and that's what started getting me to go out to more events in the FGC. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up a little bit just talking about it. It was great, and that's why I support the FGC wholeheartedly, because it is a great community. Really, it is, and there's a lot of good people in the FGC that are awesome. So yeah, I think once you start going to events, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun and you're gonna keep going. So go out to that one event, just push yourself to do it, and tell me how it went, because I would love to know. Okay, so Tommy Matthews asked, what moment or game really solidified you wanting to be a part of the FGC? I just answered this. I should have put that. Okay, I'm gonna put that question in there too, because that's about the same reason. The moment that solidified me wanting to be a part of the FGC was the UIU team cheering for me and giving me that UIU sweatshirt, and Junding being so extremely nice, so extremely helpful. A lot of the people that weren't even, like, didn't even know who I was cheering for me. I remember when I popped off, everybody started screaming, like, and I popped off not knowing any combos, and I still have people rooting for me. It was awesome. The FGC is great, dude. It is the hypest community you could be a part of. Okay, I answered that. Next question. Lifeful Change asked, what made you want to main Xiaoyu? What things about Xiaoyu do you love? So a lot of people have a problem with this answer whenever I tell them this, but I started to main Xiaoyu because she was cute. That's it. That is the story. That's 100% it. I was a little girl. I picked the cutest character in the game to use against my brother, and since then I've been playing Xiaoyu. My favorite thing about her is that she has a pet panda. She's the cutest girl ever. She's got the cutest school uniform out of all the girls in Tekken. She loves her theme park. Like, who doesn't want to own a theme park? That's the coolest idea ever. You know what I mean? Everything about Xiaoyu is just great. I love her to death. Like, she's great. I love her. Can't wait till she marries Jin. And yeah, even Xiaoyu's playstyle, like, it's the only playstyle I know how to play. Like, every other character for me in Tekken is super hard because I've only ever played Xiaoyu. But now I'm learning Julia, and Julia's like Xiaoyu and Paul had a baby, so we're growing. Ooh. JCA Joe asked, top 3 anime, don't have to be in order. This one's easy, I'll do it in order. My favorite anime of all time is Inuyasha. GG, easy, you guys already knew that. My second favorite anime of all time is JoJo, but it's JoJo Stardust Crusaders. That season is the best, okay? Don't at me, I know some of you disagree, but it is literally the Fellowship in anime form. I can't say no to that, okay? So JoJo Stardust Crusaders, and my third favorite, this is tough because the third one always gets ya, but I'm gonna stick to my guns and say Aquarian Evil. I can't get over Kagura Demuri, okay? Aquarian Evil is my third favorite, hands down, but that might change. That might change it because Demon Slayer is very, very close. So depending on how the movie goes next year, I might say my top favorite anime, the third is Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer is the closest one, but there's also Reincarnated Slime, Promised Neverland, like, I just don't know yet, but Aquarian Evil for now. Okay, Latest Crave said, I'm so proud of you, congratulations. Have you ever had a crush on a video game character / anime character? Who? If I'm being honest, I've only had a few crushes on anime characters, like I guess just to name a few, like Inuyasha, Kagura Demuri, Tomoe, Usui Tamakitsuo, you know, the Shishomaru, Inu no Taisho, ooh, Joseph Joestar, but not the young version. Joseph Joestar, not the young version. Stardust Crusader version, okay? Possibly Diamond is Unbreakable version. I'm so sorry. Half of that I say jokingly. Jotaro. I can't, like, there's a lot, okay? There's a lot. I lied. I love every anime boy out there. I have a lot, okay? A bunch. But yeah. Video game character wise, ooh, every Final Fantasy guy ever. Yeah. And then Kingdom Hearts guys, but not all the Kingdom Hearts guys. Saix, well, I guess, should I use their real names? Okay, Saix, Aiza, you know what I mean. Axel, Lee, Sora, Riku. Roxas sucks. Nobody likes Roxas. Vanitas, because he's so edgy. Who else from Kingdom Hearts do I really like? Okay, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I like Xemnas. He's very handsome. I know he's evil and stuff, but like, we can get past that. You know what I mean? We'll go to therapy. Who else? I have a lot of video game crushes. Leon from Resident Evil. He's a handsome boy. I think that's it, actually. Every Final Fantasy boy. Every Square Enix boy. Let's correct that. Every Square Enix boy I kind of have a crush on. But, yeah. Just to name a few. Oh wait, okay, listen, I was being sexist because I also have crush on girl characters too, so I should address that. Listen, I love anime girls. I love Milim from Reincarnated as a Slime. I love Hatsune Miku. I love all the Sailor Moon characters, but specifically Sailor Mars because she's a hot one. I like, who else do I like? I like, anime character wise, I like Mai from Bunny Girl as a Senpai. Or Senpai is a bunny girl. I like yanderes, to be specific, to go into specifics. Yanderes are my weakness. I love yandere characters. I'm not proud of it, but I do. And I just can't fight that feeling, you know? But yanderes, kuderes, tsunderes, some characters just, they irk me, you know? Some characters annoy me. Like, if I could, I'd erase Kikyo from anime history. I don't even want her mentioned in this video, to be honest. She's not worth it. But Kagome. Kagome's like a real crush. And Sango, I love them both. Really, I do. Who else? Just any character with pigtails kind of does it for me. And Rem, because Rem is so loyal. I was an Amelia stan for the longest time, but then Rem did what she did, and I was just like, how can I fight it? I cannot. I stan Rem 100%. If you're team Amelia, that's me spitting on you because you support Amelia. But yeah, team Rem. So yeah, just video game characters that are girls that I have a crush on. Every Final Fantasy character. I've got a problem. Every female Final Fantasy character, pretty much. If I were to name specifics, Tifa, Aerith, Lightning, Yuna, Lulu. She was a I love her. Kairi, I stan Kairi. Aqua's disgusting though. Ew. We don't stand that here. Aqua is nasty. Oh dude, okay, Shiva's fine. I don't know if you guys have ever realized it, but I was educated the other day. Shiva is a fine woman from Final Fantasy. Did you see the Shiva art that is on like the internet? Oh my god, I stan Shiva so much. She is a fine woman. I love Shiva. Talum, Xiao Yu, of course, Princess Peach, Zelda, who else? Who's another girl character that I stan? Isabelle. I'm kidding, that's a joke. That is a joke, don't take that seriously. But yeah, lots of girl characters too. Don't worry, I like both. Both are good. KY3173 asked, after Japan, what's your next travel wish list? This one's easy because I already had this planned since I was a child. New Zealand, the Shire. Okay? The next travel list is I'm gonna go to the Shire and I'm gonna live my best life. You know, I might buy land there and just build my own Shire. I don't know, but that is definitely something I really want to do. New Zealand is gorgeous. The Shire is awesome, and yeah, that's what's next on the list for me. Turtle Chowder asked, awesome feat on 20K, congrats. Do you have any favorite superhero? Are you team DC or are you Marvel? Ooh, so I have never been like a big like Marvel over DC, DC over Marvel type person. I like both. I have the biggest crush on Superman. I think he's a fine man. So Superman, when it comes down to it, Superman's my favorite. I love very noble guys. That's my weakness. Noble, chivalrous, kind, good, very nice guys. But my favorite villain from the DC universe is Joker. I can't get over Joker. I think he's so cool. I really love him. I can't wait till he comes out in Mortal Kombat. It's gonna be awesome. And so yeah, I really like the new Joker movie, by the way. If you guys watch the new Joker movie, tell me what you think about it, because I loved it. As a Joker fan, I loved it. But yeah, Joker's pretty cool. He's a cool guy. But Marvel, I think I don't want to say I prefer Marvel over DC, but I really love Marvel. My favorite, I love all the Marvel characters except Iron Man and Doctor Strange. I know a lot of people hate me for that, but they're just, I don't like those type of characters who are so full of themselves and think they're the best. Like, bro, Captain America whooped you. How are you still like this, you know? But my favorite hero from Marvel is Captain America. He's so cool. Captain America. I also love Thor. I also love Black Panther. I also love Star-Lord. There's so many characters from the Marvel universe that I just love. I love Scarlet Witch. I think she's super cool. Wait, am I allowed to call her that yet? Okay. Yeah, I Scarlet Witch. I love Spider-Man. A lot of people don't like me because of this. Wow, I have some really polarizing opinions, but I love Spider-Man with Tobey. I love all the Spider-Mans, and I think Tom is the best Spider-Man, of course, but I love Tobey's Spider-Man. That was my first introduction to Spider-Man, and I thought those movies were awesome. I love Venom too. I cannot get over how cool Venom is. I also like Ghost Rider. I don't like the Ghost Rider movie though. Whoever thought Nicolas Cage, sorry Nicolas Cage, I'm not trying to offend you, but ew, why did you choose Nicolas Cage to be the Ghost Rider? We need a remake of the Ghost Rider. And honestly, if you guys are looking for somebody, I'm gonna just volunteer because I would love to be the Ghost Rider. But yeah, Ghost Rider, Groot, Rocket. Let's talk about villains. A villain that I liked was Ultron. Ultron was cool, but then he became Vision, and I was like, ew, Vision sucks, bro. So that was a relationship that I thought Ultron was super cool, but I hated him as Vision. Ew, what's that about, you know? So villain-wise, I mean, we could talk about Thanos, but I don't know how I feel about Thanos. You know, because I understood where he was coming from, but at the same time, it's like, I think he was over-exaggerating at times. But I get it. I do. But I don't know how I feel about him. You know what I mean? I really don't know how I feel about Thanos. But yeah. So Lord Deekness said, I'm so proud of you, ARUUU. Thank you so much. I love seeing you continue to grow, and I'll always be here to support you no matter what. Oh, that was so sweet. I was so flattered that I couldn't even read it. So Yume Yokai and question. So okay, before I answer this question, just to let you guys know, I am no longer Yume Yokai on Instagram. I am now Deputy ARUUU. So if you guys are confused, I'm Deputy ARUUU, okay? I'm ARUUU across all platforms. So question is favorite Naruto character, assuming you watched it. So I'm gonna get a lot of hate for I keep saying that, but it's true. Don't hate me, please. I just have polarizing opinions. I can't help it. I don't like Naruto. I don't. I love the community. I have tried to watch Naruto numerous times. I just can't do it. I really, it's missing. It's a miss for me because I think, no, I don't like Naruto. But if I had to choose a favorite character, it would be that guy with the white hair because he's very handsome. Kakashi. Yeah, Kakashi is a handsome dude. I like him. But I don't watch Naruto. I wish I did. I think the community is great. You guys are lucky to have such a cool community, and I wish I was a part of it. But I can't. I really do. Get it away from me. You. Fabled Ways says you have to pick one game, one anime, and one music genre to play for the rest of your life. Which would they be? Choose wisely. Ooh. My game would be Final Fantasy 15. I put over 400 hours into that game and I'm still not sick of it. I'm not even close to being sick of it. I could play for 4,400 more hours if I so needed to. My favorite anime, if I could pick one anime, it would be Inuyasha, easy. And one music genre, I think, what does Enya fall under? And I think Enya falls under Celtic, but my one genre would be whatever Enya's genre is, because that would be it. For the rest of your life, which would they be? Choose one. Yeah, that's all of them. I think I covered all of it, but yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Avanjuya, did I say that right? I read it like a Turkish person, so I'm sorry if you're not Turkish. Fave movie this year. What's my favorite movie this year? That's a good question. Infinity War. Infinity War is probably my favorite movie this year. Part 2. I think that came out this year. Let me know if it didn't. But if it's not Infinity War, what's the most recent movie? I like Toy Story. I like The Joker. I don't know, but yeah, Infinity War is my final answer. Yes. Basara Reveriri? They're my showdowns in my head, so if your name's not Basara, I'm sorry. What games do you not like? Ooh, this is a good one actually. I actually am not very picky with games, so I haven't played a lot of games that I dislike, but I guess one of the games was, I wasn't a big fan of The Division. I tried to play it and I wasn't a big fan of it, but I hear The Division 2 is actually pretty incredible. But the original Division, when it first came out, I played it and I wasn't hooked. So I returned that. Oh wait, another game I didn't really care for that much was the story game, Until Dawn. I was kind of bored. But like story games, like Life is Strange, like I love Square Enix. I love everything they do. But Life is Strange is definitely a game that didn't have me hooked. Those story games, unless it's a dating sim with like a lot of romance in it, it's just not my cup of tea. It really isn't. I get bored very easily. So when there's a lot of talking and a lot of you have to pay attention, I'm like out like a light. Like if it's not a cute anime boy talking to me, I don't want to hear it. If it's not a cute girl talking to me, get out of my face, you know? Yeah. That takes the cake. I hope that was a good answer. It was really, I've never even thought about that, the answer to that before, so yeah, that's about it. Bryce Brax 15 said, what's your favorite horror film? Ooh, just a good question. My favorite horror film is Shaun of the Dead. Does that count? I know it's a funny movie, but I hope it counts because Shaun of the Dead is really funny. I don't get scared of horror movies, but I don't watch a lot of them. So yeah, Shaun of the Dead, easily. Ooh, Train to Busan. That one's incredible. It's on Netflix right now, by the way, so go watch it. I liked Mama. It reminded me of Courage the Cowardly Dog, so I really, really like that horror movie. Well, there was one that's like What's Up is Down or something. I don't forget. You know what I'm talking about when they get lost in the catacombs and stuff? That one was terrifying. I think that's on Netflix too, right? Or Hulu. But yeah, that one's terrifying. There's these people who get lost in the catacombs and then they like find a gateway to hell, and I was like, oh hell no, I would have been out of there. I wouldn't even go in the catacombs to begin with. Ew. Anyway, I like The Conjuring, but like the thing with me, like The Conjuring and Annabelle and stuff, the thing I see with these scary movies is like if a ghost came up to me like a little doll, I'd punt her across the room, bro. I wouldn't even wait for her to like slowly walk towards me and me just screaming. I would get my foot and shove it all the way up her face till she goes flying into the next dimension. Like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. But I also have the power of God and anime on my side, so I understand why some people are scared of those movies. But I ain't scared of anything, okay? Look at this. You saw this earlier. I bet you jumped. Thanks for asking your question. Anat Binjola said, congrats Alanya, will you be doing any Tekken tutorials in the future, like how to pull off a big combo and punishes? Also, can we get more anime reviews? Yo, thank you for asking that. So I asked, what would you guys think of anime reviews? But then I just saw this right now, and so yeah, we will get anime reviews now, because you just made that happen. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. I'm convinced. You've done a great job of convincing me to start making anime reviews. Thank you. Thank you. So yes to the anime reviews. Will I be doing any Tekken tutorials? I've never thought about that actually. The only thing I would really be able to do tutorials on would be like Xiaoyu and Julia, and those would be like basic beginner tutorials on those characters because I am at a beginner level still. But I do have some combos that I made for Xiaoyu myself that I use that are ARUUU exclusives. So I would love to put them in a video and show you guys how I play Xiaoyu and how I play Julia. So maybe in the future, let me know. I'm gonna take a poll on that one, and if you guys would like me to make some Tekken tutorials, let me know. I don't know if it would be, I don't know how well they do because I'm not known for my skill level, obviously, but I would have a lot of fun actually making a little Xiaoyu guide or a little Julia guide for you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments if you would be interested in that, and yeah, I'd love to do something like that. So, okay, so that was the last question. Again, you guys, Hammy and I just want to thank you for being awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I can't believe we reached 20K on YouTube and Instagram. That's so crazy. 20,000? That's wild. Big number. And I'm excited to grow even more. I'm excited to support everybody, and 20K is so crazy. I can't even fathom. Like, thank you guys so much for supporting me and enjoying my content and encouraging me to make more content. Thank you guys for always joining me on stream. Thank you guys for just being my friend despite being miles and miles away from me. Like, that's so crazy to me. I love you guys. I really do. I know it's cheesy to say because you're like, you don't even know me. Well, listen, I know enough. So yeah, and I will see you guys next week with some new videos. Let me know what you guys thought about the Q&A. I know it was really long. This is like almost 2 hours long, so editing this is gonna be a mega pain, but I'm excited for you guys to watch it, and let me know what you think, and also be safe out there. I'll protect you. No, I'm always there with you, protecting you. Don't worry. Be safe. My love for you guys is infinite. Laugh at my jokes. I'm funny. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, okay? Be safe. Wear a seatbelt. Thanks for joining me today. Bye. Yeet, beat, repeat. Okay, remember that. If you guys ever doubt, yeet, beat, repeat. See you next time.